back to the message recap where we go over the messages that we had the previous Sunday. We are in a message series now called The Ruthless Elimination of Hurry. And this was our last installment of that message series. Mm-hmm. And it was about, are you avoiding God? And it was given by Kevin this time.
Yes, it was. Mm-hmm. And it's probably a real ponderer or thinker. Mm-hmm. Off the top, surfacey, I think all of us would say, no, I'm not avoiding God. No, I'm not avoiding intimacy. No, I'm just busy. Mm-hmm. But with a deeper look, maybe I found in my life that I was avoiding things that I would have never thought of, except for just challenged to really look deep inside. Mm-hmm. And I think with God, it was pretty simple thought, but with God sometimes we believe in Him and we even love Him to a sense, but
Say it
yet,
at least.
yeah, but we're afraid to get close. I remember 30 years ago I was afraid to get close to God because He'd send me to Timbuktu as a missionary. Mm-hmm. I don't think people fear that anymore. But if I really get close to God, I'll be exposed. I'll have to deal with some stuff.
Mm-hmm. I'll have to change a lot of stuff.
Yeah, it just goes on. And even maybe I'm mad at God, or I just want to, I'm not against God. Mm-hmm. I just don't want to get close to God. I just feel too exposed.
Right.
And,
I think what you said about, if I experience this relationship with God, then my moral standards might have to change. Mm-hmm. I think is a big one. Mm-hmm. And then if you play that out in a lot of those, if I really get close to God and experience Him, my recreation might have to change, and my spending might have to change, and how I treat my spouse might have to change, and like all of those, just I guess American way of doing life. Mm-hmm. I think that's a huge thing. I like the way my life is. And I know, I want to be busy, but I like my life. I like what I get to do. I like that I get to decide my own thing. And wait a minute, if I invite God more into my life, then He might actually have more say. And I don't want that.
What if I enjoy that time together and I start cutting other things out? Like, I don't want to do that. I like all of my, like you said, recreation.
I like being able to spend all weekend at the cabin.
Yep.
I don't want that to change. So I'm just going to, I love God. I'm glad He sent Jesus. And that's all the further I want to get.
Right. Mm-hmm. Right.
Oof.
Yeah. What's funny is this Comer's book is a great thinker. There's a lot of things that challenge us, and it really reveals where we are in life. But I think we kind of ended this thing with being more honest with ourselves and just asking the question, why am I making myself more busy? We have more free time than any generation before us, but we're choosing to fill that free time.
To be honest, I thought you are saving a lot of people a lot of money. It was a great counseling session.
Yeah.
In the beginning, I was like, oh yeah, okay, whatever. It's fine. Yep, I'm busy. But then when you started talking about, but why are you so busy? Like, what are you trying to compensate with that busyness? And it's like, well, okay, now I'm actually going to have to think about this. And I don't know that I want to think about this. And to be honest, I bought the book. I read the intro. I told Dave, I'm like, I already read the intro. I'm so proud of myself. Like, this is going to be great. And then today I'm like, I should get the audio download so that while I'm doing dishes and while I'm doing this other stuff.
Multitask.
Because that's...
Wait a minute. I thought you were going to read the whole book when you were just in Florida.
Okay, well, other things happened when I was in Florida.
Oh, you're too busy.
I was too busy resting and relaxing and spending time with God without a book in front of my face. But yeah, it is true. Like, I do fill my life with a lot of stuff. Before we even got into this whole thing, though, I have really tried to make sure that I prioritize certain things when I'm at home. This world of being able to work at home is amazing. You can take work home and you can get so much stuff done. But the problem is then you're neglecting your family. And for me, I needed to make sure that at least if I take it home, I wait till my kids go to bed or everybody in my house is sleeping, and then I'll pull stuff out and start working. I know Dave's received emails at 2:00 in the morning sometimes.
Oh yeah.
But
Some of those times I've been up.
But I try not to do that. And I try to make sure that I'm keeping different things in balance. But it is hard. And we do need to make sure that we are checking ourselves and where are we at with God, and, how much time are we really spending with God? Because chances are it's probably not what we even want it to be. And I think we need to check that.
I think the important part of the message is just the thought of, if I'm not spending time with God, it's because I don't want to. I think that's the whole point. For us to be honest with ourselves. If I'm not spending time with God, it's because I don't want to. I am purposely filling my life with noise. Busyness is one thing, but in the first week, you talked about 4 hours of TV. My first reaction was, well, then get a job. You're obviously not.
Busyness isn't the issue.
You're not busy, So we're filling it with our devices and all that stuff. Why do we want to stay distracted? And just for each one of us, it might be different, But the whole point was, we are staying busy because we want to. Why do I want to be so distracted? What is it I'm trying to avoid? And it's just that simple. And if we're honest with ourselves, which is the only way to live, really, the truth will set you free. And that's not just a cliche. It really is. And if, what am I hiding from? What am I trying to avoid? And is it really as scary as I think it is? It's probably not. Once you avoid these things, once you stop avoiding these things and address them, you'll find healing, wholeness, a better life. And we just stay on that rat race, just avoiding. So we force ourselves to be busy. We really do. We're voluntarily cramming things into our life. And I think, some of it, well, we mentioned it yesterday. Some of it's just plain fun, there's no doubt, but not all of it. Some of it, I think the 2 weeks together, the last week and this week, I think are the two biggest reasons we force ourselves to be busy. Mm-hmm. I am looking to find some kind of satisfaction, and it ain't there yet. So I'm going to look more. I might even look faster and faster. We don't even know what it is. There's something missing in here. Mm-hmm. And we're trying to be fulfilled. We're trying to find satisfaction. So we choose to stay busy to try to find that. Mm-hmm. Or we're avoiding intimacy of some sort with God, with ourselves, something.
Mm-hmm. Yep. And I don't think it's all the time anyway. I don't believe it's something that we're doing consciously. Like it's just...
I would agree.
It's just there. Like I need something, so I'm going to find something.
And
when something's already there, you
and this world tells us that there's all these things out there that are going to satisfy us and that are going to fill those things. And but what this world doesn't tell us is that the answer is actually a lot simpler than anybody gives it credit for, and that's just spending time with God. And once we realize that, and yes, we can realize it, but it's putting it into play that is that next step that a lot of us really struggle with.
Absolutely.
It is. We just stay running and busy. When you said, Dave, that I don't think most of us are aware of it, I'm pretty sure most of us aren't aware of it. That's why we should stop and think about it. Mm-hmm. When my brother said, you don't like to be home, I thought, you're crazy.
That was the reference I
you're
was
absolutely
thinking
crazy.
about. Yeah.
What do you mean I don't like to be? I love to be home. I wish I wasn't so busy. I actually would verbalize that. Mm-hmm. But at further thought, deeper, you know what? I am being busy because it makes me feel important. Mm-hmm. It's all about me. I am somebody. I will be like, whoa, that was, man, you just don't want to admit that to people, but it's freeing finding it out. Mm-hmm. It really is.
And that's why I want to be on social media and Instagram and get all these likes and be an influencer. And it's the same thing, right? Same human need.
Yep.
So.
No. I think it was a good series all the way around. It was a good way to take a look at yourself, and introspective, like, wow, how am I spending my time? What am I running from? What am I avoiding? How can I simplify, just all of it. And then, of course, the silence and solitude piece,
I will guarantee
it
all
was
of
very
us,
good.
if we do make a move from this series, if we make an adjustment, our lives will be better. Hands down. We will be better. We will be happier. Our lives will be better. No doubt.
So I'm just going to throw this in from last week. There's a show, Hoarders, which you guys would all be so disgusted by because you guys are.
I've seen it,
Yeah.
except Dave.
What's that?
Well, Dave is fine. It's that side of the room that likes to just throw everything away, and they don't understand that concept.
I
But
could be a host on that show and just go
no,
in
you
there.
couldn't.
No, I could. Be like, hey, you, come on out. All right, bring in the gasoline. Just torching. We're torching the
starting
whole
over.
thing.
But the problem isn't the things. So they usually have two like host people there. One person that comes in to help consolidate and get rid of stuff, but then they always have another counselor come in because it has nothing to do with the things that they've put into their house. It's about an emptiness and a loneliness, and them trying to fill something in their lives, which is what we talk about.
You're right. I couldn't be on the show.
No, you couldn't. You
What are you
could.
talking about? Just get rid of your crap. Come on.
You could be the person that pulls them aside. Actually, no, you couldn't, because you just
No, I couldn't do that either.
You wouldn't even be able to talk
I couldn't.
to them and make them understand. Eventually, they could come and see you, and you could talk to them about it. But in the beginning, I think it would be a little
You
rough
could
for
come
them.
to me for straight, logical,
Yes.
yes/no question.
But they
advice.
need to be-
Should I keep this? No.
Yeah.
Should I keep this? No. Let me just save you some time. Whatever you're gonna bring, no.
No.
And I think as parents, just help yourselves out. Make sure that as you're keeping things for your kids, think about, would you have wanted that when you moved out of your house?
No.
I'm the parent that for
Perfect
my
answer.
first child, I kept every single piece of paper that was brought home
Oh boy.
and kept it in like nice 3-ring binders. And I finally, my son's in high school now. Okay, my third child, his bin is it's half full. James's was exploding. I
And
said,
your third
James,
child's got nothing.
yeah, because I finally
The thing they did
realized
last week. That's the only one that had.
Yeah, I finally realized my
They
kids
don't
don't
want
want this. They don't want their report card from each week saying what they did and what they didn't do. And I said, James, here's your stack of stuff. Why don't you go through it? Because
Here you go.
it's and that's what he did. I did go through it again real quick and pull a couple things out, but I
Early
am.
sign.
I know, but it's not. I let most of it go.
It's not.
But as I'm cleaning out my mom's house, I'm realizing I don't want her stuff, not because I don't want her, but the things of this world are not what I need. I need a relationship with God. On the flip side, my dad's family, they've got pictures. One was very good about taking pictures and keeping pictures and sending them down. Nate went through and we have 7 generations of pictures going back. It was a really cool picture to take of the 7 generations. On my dad's side, we could go back to my dad's grandma. We found one picture of a grandparent of my dad's, and that's all. That side of the family, my dad said she didn't like anything old. She got rid of everything. She was a very simple person. And I
Hallelujah.
was like, interesting. However, I would like some of
good.
those pictures
Why?
What are you
Okay,
Why?
forget it. Let's not go down that road.
because it's fun to look back and see how people lived in the past.
You know what's
So-
weird? Parents who keep their kids' teeth.
I don't do that. I
that's-
threw those away.
That's weird.
That's gross. Don't do that. Sorry if that's you. I'm being honest.
The tooth fairy takes them.
Uh-oh.
I got the shoes for it.
Well, at least one of the words.
Kevin just prances around my house.
That's That's a scary thought. What do you do with all those teeth?
So, anyways, I liked this series a lot.
Yeah. Yep. It's
good.
good.
It was a great counseling session for me.
I hope so bad that it makes all of us, myself included, all of us make a move in our lives. It just every series we do, I feel that way. I personally want to make a move in my life when I hear truth about life and what God says, and not just to hear it and go, that was good. Really, it's about applying and walking and living with what the Bible says is best for our life. I hope that happens.
I hope so too.
Absolutely. Absolutely. All right. Well, thank you guys for coming. Next week we start a new series,
New series.
and it's
We'll catch you then.
we're not going to say what it's called.
No.
Oh, okay. Looks like you're going to have to show up to see what it is. See you next week.